Good morning, Jamaica. I'm making this video in regards to the appointment of Mr. Dennis Chaung to the FID. And for me, it's the eyes of corruption. We have seen Mr. Chaung videos, we have heard his tapes in regards to the IC and the Prime Minister. And we know that Mr. Chaung is a ardent supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party and Holness on a whole. And I think I'm asking the Prime Minister to rescind this appointment. As a well-thinking Jamaican, I'm asking Jamaicans to stand up, let your voice be heard, because this one is not sitting well. It's not looking good. And I'm asking, without any apology, well-thinking Jamaican, organize properly and let us have a peaceful demonstration. Let our voice be heard, because it can't be business as usual. The direction that this government is taking is going to send a bad light on the international world. And it's going to affect we and our children. Because look at it, most of these guys, who are in politicians, these politicians and these directors and things, they can't jump on a plane every day and leave Jamaica. Most of those kids that don't live in Jamaica, they don't go attend school in Jamaica. So let's send a strong message as a Jamaican. Put away the political difference. Because this is about Jamaica. This is a conflict of interest. And if you examine it, it is a conflict of interest. And it's not right. Let us put our words out there. Let us give our support to people who want to stand against this level of corruption. Let's shout it out loud in the street in a peaceful way that this won't go on. It won't be tolerated. It won't be business as usual. People, Maxine, let us stand against this. There are other Jamaicans who can be put in this position. And I don't think Mr. Chaung has the integrity to be the head of this organization. Not what is going on. Not with his utterance. This is corruption to the highest level. People, please go out and let them know that they are our employees. We employ them. And we should have the final word. Let's send them a strong message on this one. It won't be accepted. No time, nowhere. No how.
The opposition PNP took issue with Mr. Chaung's comments about the Integrity Commission's report on Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness. The Integrity Commission insisted that it cannot certify the Prime Minister's assets, liabilities and income unless the FID examines the matter. The report stated that companies linked to the Prime Minister had filed nil tax returns for periods between 2021 and 2022. This was Mr. Chaung on Primetime News on September 18, 2024.
Based on what I see, I wouldn't say that there's anything to be alarmed about, right, from just what is in the report. We need to get more details, because the truth is that, as the DPP once wrote in a report, everyone is entitled to their reputation. So you have a burden as someone investigating to show the facts of the case. So I have no reason to doubt it right now. If it's a nil return, I expect that the Income Tax Department, TAJ, would have actually done their assessment of it when it was filed, and it was filed 21-22, right? Which means that they would have time to have looked at it, and maybe something was wrong. They would then respond.
And now that Mr. Chaung is heading to the FID, the opposition claims there's a perception of bias and he should not take up the post of Chief Technical Director of the FID.
Shameless, disgusting, no moral Dennis Chaung refused to listen to the Jamaican people and walk away from his post as head of the FID, the Financial Investigation Division. Dennis Chaung, listen to the cry of the Jamaican people and walk away. Have little moral, man. Have little dignity, no? Just listen to the voice of the Jamaican people. They are crying out loud. They are tired of corruption. And they are crying out. they want you to resign from that post. Tell Andrew Holness, you're not gonna mix in his corruption. This is a national disgrace, and remember, the people on the outside are looking in. Dennis Chaung, walk away from that post. Walk away from that post. You're a conflict of interest, plus you're not qualified for that post because you have no experience at all in law enforcement. And that post is for people with experience in law enforcement that can do investigating work, that can recover stolen funds and all of this something there. Dennis Chaung, walk away, please. Bless up to my viewers and my subscribers them. Me hope everybody having a blessed and a wonderful evening. Now my viewers and my subscribers, remember, in everything you do, always put God first. In every and any situation, just always remember to call upon God. Always remember to pray, because a prayer day keep the devil away. Now my viewers and my subscribers, we have a lot coming up inside this update, including tomorrow, people, will be a big march at Heroes Circle. Wanna come out and support the movement to remove Dennis Chaung. Alright?
This is Senator Gabriela Morris. We can't talk about building a better future while tearing down the institutions that are supposed to protect it. The Financial Investigations Division was designed to fight corruption. Now, that very body is being compromised. The appointment of Dennis Chaung sends the wrong message to our young people. The message that rules are flexible when it comes to the politically connected in this country. That is not the Jamaica that we are building. We deserve institutions that are independent, professional, and above reproach. And when those standards are violated, we have to speak out. I'm urging every young Jamaican, every concerned citizen to come out on Monday. Let's stand for good governance, for transparency, and for a future that we all can trust. This is our democracy. Let's make sure we defend it.
Welcome back to my viewers and my subscribers them. Big up to all of my viewers, big up to all of my subscribers them. We continually support the channel and I help the channel to grow. Now people, remember to like and share this video. Remember to like and share this video. Also subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notification bell. Now my viewers and my subscribers, tomorrow at the Heroes Circle, the People's National Party are staging a protest, a peaceful protest, and they want everybody and the media to come out and support this peaceful protest.
Good day, Jamaica. This is Mark Golding, President of the People's National Party and Leader of the Opposition. We are calling on all Jamaicans to stand with us this Monday morning at 9 a.m. at National Heroes Circle in peaceful protest. Why? Because the appointment of Dennis Chaung to lead the Financial Investigations Division, the FID, is not just a political issue. It concerns every single Jamaican who believes in good governance, in accountability for corruption, and in the rule of law. This appointment is a direct assault on those fundamental principles. When someone who has publicly spoken against the specific findings made by the Integrity Commission against the Prime Minister arising from their illicit enrichment investigation, the very findings that are now under investigation by the FID itself, is placed in charge of that very investigation, it sends the bleak message that impunity rules over wrongdoing in Jamaica, that accountability for corruption can easily be sidestepped, that our law enforcement institutions themselves can be made to undermine accountability. Furthermore, he is manifestly not qualified for the position, but essential requirements of that post were watered down to open the door for him to enter. This situation cannot be allowed to stand. We cannot allow blatant conflicts of interest to win the day. We cannot allow fundamental principles of good governance to be further eroded in our country. This moment demands that Jamaicans of all walks of life stand together. We must say loud and clear, no to corruption, no to the undermining of our critical institutions. It is about rescuing our country's integrity and restoring decency to our way of life. It's about declaring that we, the people, will not tolerate the brazen manipulation of our critical institutions. So join us. Stand up for Jamaica. Together, let's make our voices heard. And God bless our nation.
To all of my viewers and my subscribers, to all of my Jamaican people that are not in support of corruption. You're not in support of corruption, right? Then like this video and share this video, and remember to go out tomorrow and support Mark Golding and the People's National Party to stop Dennis Chaung from heading into the FID office. This man is not someone that should take up that post. He's a conflict of interest. He's Andrew Holness' friend. He has defended Andrew Holness with corruption before. And me when I say a lie, me I tell. And how a AI vice me I use. And that is why me make sure I say, me go find the video. Because me see the comment them. And me see all I want when they say, a AI vice, Dennis Chaung would have never said such thing. So guess what me do? Me find the video, people. So check it out.
Yeah, I don't think it's irregular to have 28 bank accounts. In fact, I can tell you, my experience is that if you go into several private sector businesses, you'll find that they have a multitude of bank accounts. Some of them inactive, some of them they're using, but people own bank accounts for specific purposes. So it's not unusual for people to do multiple activities. If you're doing multiple activities, then obviously, one of the ways I find that people, especially non-accountants, try to reconcile their business is by having payments through different cash bank accounts. Accountants, for example, might have one account and then you reconcile and adjust between. But many people, it's not unusual for them to do that. So, I heard this story about, or this comment about the number of bank accounts that are out there. And the truth is that I think it's really detracting from what the real substance of the argument should be, which is, what is it that is going through the bank accounts and how much money is in there. Because if I have 28 bank accounts, for example, and I could have $2 million between them. Someone could have two bank accounts and have $500 million between two bank accounts, and that is a greater problem than my 28. So I don't think that the number of bank accounts is something that we really should focus on, because it really has no substance behind it. In fact, there are some times also when you go and do specific transactions with certain institutions, and they themselves will mandate that you open separate accounts. So therefore, sometimes it's not because of your own choosing why you want a new account, but they will say, listen, in order for you to do this product, right, or for you to do this investment or use this checking, this different company, I want another account, or I want two accounts attached to it. So, I hear the argument, but I think that the argument is really a detraction, for example, I think, from what this substantial situation should be, which is really the transaction itself. And I'm trying to understand what is the investigation around the number of bank accounts. What are you going to achieve with that?
Now, viewer subscribers, this man here, when they call him Dennis Chaung, him not sound to like him need to go investigation. I want to answer me question correctly, honestly. You don't feel like Dennis Chaung should be under investigation right now? Because to all me see, this man have been handling money throughout his career. right? And if you can stand up and make a bold statement that nothing wrong with Andrew Holness being corrupted, nothing wrong with Andrew Holness have 28 bank account where him a thief poor people money I put in I rob the country purse and I stack up his 28 bank account. If you not see nothing at all wrong with that, then something wrong with you. You need to go under investigation. Andrew Holness himself say, when them a go married, along with Juliet Holness said it, when them a go married, a fish fry then keep for married. Right? And within no time, Andrew Holness become one of the richest Jamaican. Billionaire. Till him have to hide information from the Integrity Commission. Enough people are miss it, but enough people don't really understand. Say the reason why Andrew Holness statutory declaration cannot be certified is that Andrew Holness give the Integrity Commission whatsoever information he want to give them and say, listen, we have to satisfy with that. Me not go no more information. And that is why the Integrity Commission recommend the FID for look into Andrew Holness finances. Enough people don't really understand that. And there is where a big conflict of interest come in, because at the end of the day, the same man where they burn out the Integrity Commission and a big up Andrew Holness to rob the poor people will be the head of the investigation that will body that will investigate Andrew Holness. He will be the head of the investigation body that will investigate Andrew Holness. I don't already hear him say nothing wrong with what Andrew Holness do. So nothing now go come out of people. You know wise up, no man. People no stand up against this corruption. Stand up against it, people. Make your voice be heard.
A stunning revelation that experience in law enforcement was removed from the requirements for a chief technical director of the FID when the job was advertised earlier this year. The development comes as the government continues to face criticisms over the selection of Dennis Chaung as the chief technical director of the Financial Investigations Division, FID, which investigates financial crimes. As Andrea Chisholm reports, the government is standing by the decision to select Dennis Chaung.
This was one of the advertisements for the position of Chief Technical Director of the FID. Job purpose: to guide the strategic, operational and administrative policies, programs and systems of the FID in combating money laundering, terrorist financing, proliferation financing, corruption, and recovering assets obtained from crime or used in the commission of crime. The incumbent is also the chief policy advisor to the Political Directorate on Financial Crimes and should formulate relationships to satisfy Jamaica's international obligations. When the job was first advertised in the Sunday Gleaner in November 2024, 12 years experience in law enforcement or its equivalent was required, and a minimum of 5 years at a senior level of law enforcement or equivalent. But when the job was advertised again in January 2025, it said the ideal candidate should have a postgraduate degree in management, public administration, criminal justice, law, or equivalent qualification. 12 years experience, 5 of which at the senior management level. Problem-solving, leadership, and governance skills are also required, as well as knowledge of government's procurement guidelines, law enforcement, legislation, and binding agreements. As reported in Primetime News Thursday, the opposition had issues.
If we look at the history of individuals who have been charged to lead, certainly the FID, you'll see persons who have extensive backgrounds in either law enforcement, financial crimes, anti-money laundering, etc. This is the first time that an individual, while having general accounting and management experience, would be leading the FID without specific investigative experience.
By comparison, Dennis Chaung is a weak and unsuitable candidate for this post. And when you look at the January 2025 ad for this post, you will be surprised to see that it looks like a generic management or administrative post rather than for someone who is a chief technical director in a financial investigative unit.
Former FID bosses included senior police officers such as Calvin Small, Justin Felice, and Selvin Hay. Robin Sykes, who once worked at the Bank of Jamaica, is an expert in anti-money laundering and counter-financing of terrorism. The opposition is therefore calling for Dennis Chaung to be replaced as the new head of the FID. The chartered accountant with a 35-year career in senior management roles in both the public and private sectors should take up the FID position on Monday, June 2. In a release on Friday, Finance Minister Favour Williams said characterizing Mr. Chaung as just an accountant demonstrates ignorance about the competency and skill set required for the position. She said Mr. Chaung has ample relevant education, experience and skills for the position. Minister Williams adds that it would be reckless and dangerous for the government to insert itself into a meritorious process which included advertisement and interviews. The selection process was transparent, the position was advertised, candidates were shortlisted and interviewed, and Mr. Chaung was successful. She said the government stands firmly behind Mr. Chaung's selection on the basis that due process was observed.
I said this already, I'm going to say it again. Flavor Williams, you can't even stand up on your own 2 foot them. So come out of this argument. You can't even make a decision off of your own without Madam Speaker rush you. So come out of this argument. Because everybody knows that you're just a puppet. You're just one of Andrew Holness' foot clot when walk up and down pan and have one of you do corruption work. You know why you get your position is because Andrew Holness can get to rob the country with you as a puppet. So you shut up your mouth and move out of this one. Come out of Jamaican business. Because you are not a Jamaican, you are a Labourite. You are not a Jamaican. Not a Jamaican, you are a Labourite. And a Labourite is not a Jamaican. A Labourite is an enemy of Jamaica. So you are not a Jamaican. Because a real Jamaican would never support corruption and try to destroy their own country. So you are not a Jamaican. So leave Jamaican business alone. Now, who are the rest of the candidates? Why only never make the rest of the candidate them name public? So people can look into it themselves and say, boy, well, they make the right selection. Or there was never any more candidate. A chicken or chicken, there were never any more candidate. Because if there were more candidate, you don't put them out and say, all right, then look into it. This one not qualify, this one not qualify, then it's have more qualification. Then it's not have the qualification because he was never an investigator. Huh? He was never an investigator. And if you have a case going on, and you have an investigating officer, and a police officer, and a pastor come, who are going to do the investigation? The pastor or the police? The pastor can't do the investigation because the pastor knows nothing about investigating. The pastor have no knowledge whatsoever about investigating. So what you going to tell me, say? Dennis Chaung go do? Go up a station, go make them teach him little thing about investigation? The reason why they put him there is because they don't want to investigate Andrew Holness. Well then, again, you know not about investigation, so you don't investigate Andrew Holness. On a come on, man. On a take Jamaican people for fool, man. On a take with idiot, man. That man should remove from his post right now. Today. No. This minute. This second. Because he is not fit to be there. Just like how the thieving Prime Minister is not fit to be in his post right now. The Prime Minister take his own wife. Conflict of interest again. Put as house speaker so he can muzzle the people them when they talk. It is a national disgrace when you see somebody stand up in the parliament. One of the PNP them stand up in the parliament and attack. And she just blam them down and lock off their mic. But she not do that. to the labor right them. Conflict of interest, man. Jamaica wanna wake up, you know, because this party already destroyed the country and they're doing more to finish it off. So wanna wake up, get up, stand up. Wanna go out there tomorrow, make one voice be heard. Wanna stop sitting back and say, boy, I know for my business, I feel all our business. I everyone our business. Don't follow the labor right them. Because they don't know wrong from right. That's why they name labor wrong. Get up, stand up, and go out there tomorrow.
Jamaicans, this is Dr. Dayton Campbell. This appointment of Dennis Chaung to head the FID isn't just wrong. It's a blatant, brazen act of corruption. Our democracy is bleeding. Proverbs 29 verse 2 warns, when the wicked rule, the people groan. And today, Jamaica groans. We're held hostage by corruption, robbed of schools, hospital, and safety, while those in power mock justice. Dennis Chaung openly defended the Prime Minister's 28 accounts. Now he is to investigate them. That's not impartiality, that's collusion. When the head of the stream is dirty, the whole river is poisoned. Changing job requirements doesn't make Chaung qualified. It makes the process corrupt. And when the FID, our anti-corruption agency, is corrupted, what hope do we have? It signals open season for thieves and rogues. This costs us all billions lost, trust shattered. Our children watch as we normalize lawlessness. Ephesians 5 verse 11 commands, have no fellowship with darkness. Expose it. So we must expose this. Jamaicans, be the change. Stand up. Speak out. Let every Jamaican echo, no more corruption, no more stolen futures, no more dirty waters. Unite, PNP, JLP, no P, as Jamaicans, rescue our nation. Our voices will be heard. I'll see you Monday. Stand firm.
One thing me know, people, me can tell you, say, Michael Manley in him grave a turn right now, you know. Michael Manley they in him grave a turn because at the end of the day, this man fights so hard for Jamaica. And when you look, the people them give back the country to this evil, corrupt government and have them tear down back this country to nothing at all. We can't afford for that to happen, people. We definitely cannot afford to make them do that. We have to join forces together. We have to hold each other's hands and go out there and stop this from happening, people. Please. Them already destroy this country enough. The wicked, evil, criminal Prime Minister and his criminal organization, the evil them, already done so much to this country that it is going to take a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of effort to get back this country on track. Do this for your picnic, your grand picnic, your great-great-grand picnic, and your great-great go right back generation after generation. Do it for them. Not do it for yourself. Do it for them, people. Remember, whatever decision made now will affect our next generation in the future. All right?
Kids and our great-great-grandkids. That's where we are at right now. It's only we at this time that can save ourselves and rescue the future of Jamaica from this criminal organization that led by the mob boss, Andrew Holness himself. Jamaica, I am going to go back to an article, and this article is from the Observer, and this is also a mouthpiece of Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party. The article stated on September 23rd, 2024, financial analyst Dennis Chaung said there is nothing unusual or irregular about Prime Minister Andrew Holness being connected to 28 bank accounts. It is on my screen. The guy said he does not see anything wrong with it. It is okay. On September 17, 2024, the Observer released an article. Integrity Commission warns the FID, the Financial Investigation Division, and TAJ, Tax Administration, to probe aspect of PM financial affairs. But Dennis Chaung, who is just a regular political commentator, not really a political financial analyst, because Ralston Ayman, who stated, say, when you hear me attack finance, no call them boy the name in my mouth. Because them boy they just here to carry water for the Prime Minister. So the Prime Minister and him friends them, they go around and they steal taxpayers' money right, left and center. And then them put them friend in position to let them off the hook. I want you to think about this, my viewers and subscribers, Jamaicans at home and who are living in the diaspora abroad. Think about it. You have a Prime Minister that goes around and steals taxpayers' money, and then him put him friend them in position who has no experience at all for this position. But because he want to save him skin from embarrassment and prison and jail time, him chose a blogger, a political analyst to head that department. So let us think about it now in Jamaica. Dennis Chaung, he is now being appointed the Chief Technical Director in charge of the Financial Investigation Division. The man who stated there is nothing unusual or irregular about the Prime Minister Andrew Holness being connected to 28 bank accounts. The same man who said it is okay for Holness to have 28 bank accounts publicly is the same man now the Prime Minister appointed Chief Technical Director in charge of the Financial Investigation Division. Now, my viewers and subscribers, tell me what can go so. What can go so? Here am I, the Integrity Commission wants the FID, the Financial Investigation Division, and TAJ, Tax Administration of Jamaica, to probe aspect of the Prime Minister financial affairs. This is the body that is in charge, to probe people of criminality in the government. And Dennis Chaung said, no, it is okay for Andrew Holness to have 28 bank accounts. And because of that, he was rewarded. He was rewarded with this job that is out of his league. The man is a political commentator. The man is a blogger for the Jamaica Labour Party. He is now the chief technical director in charge at the Financial Investigation Division. Just think about it, my viewers and subscribers. Dennis Chaung is now in charge of the agency that is investigating the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness. Just think about it, Dennis Chaung is now in charge of the agency that is investigating his friend, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, because he publicly stated that nothing unusual or irregular about the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, being connected to 28 bank account. It's okay, it's fine. What I talk about? I'm a brethren, it's good. So them talk them way for position. And now he is rewarded.